Welcome back. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coin series ever minted in the United States, the iconic wheat penny. If you've ever wondered which wheat pennies are the most valuable today, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll count down the top 10 most valuable wheat pennies, focusing on the rarest and most sought epic coins that are worth big bucks in today's market. Let's get started. First up, the 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark. This particular coin, when found in very good condition, can command an impressive price in today's market. So, if you're a coin collector, investor, or just a history buff, stick around because you're in for an exciting journey. The 1916 wheat penny, designed by the legendary Victor David Brenner, features the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse side, symbolizing America's agricultural roots. The obverse displays the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most recognizable figures in American history. Now, why does the 1916 wheat penny stand out? First, let's take a quick look at the historical context. The year 1916 was a pivotal one in U.S. history. America was on the brink of entering World War I, and there was a significant shift in the nation's economy. The country needed more coins to circulate, and this was the first year that the wheat penny was minted with a G-mint mark in Denver, along with the Philadelphia and San Francisco mint marks. But today, we're focusing on the 1916 penny without any mint mark. That's right, a plain, unmarked coin that was struck in Philadelphia. Before we talk about the value, let's quickly go over what it means for a coin to be in very good condition. Coin grading is crucial when determining a coin's value. The very good grade means that the coin will have some noticeable wear, but still retain most of its details. For a 1916 wheat penny, in this condition, Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks will be clearly visible, but some of the finer details may be worn down. So, how much is this penny worth today? Well, if you're lucky enough to own a 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition, you're looking at a coin that can fetch anywhere from $700,000 in the current market. But there's more to this story. The rarity of this coin, combined with its age and historical significance, can cause prices to soar depending on demand and buyer interest. Another thing to keep in mind is how the market behaves. Numismatic trends can shift, and what's rare and valuable today might not be as highly sought after in the future. However, the 1916 wheat penny remains a favorite among collectors, meaning its value has held steady over time. Identifying this penny is simple once you know what to look for. Unlike the 1916 D or S mint marks, the 1916 without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia. Simply examine the obverse of the coin. If there's no letter D or S under the date, you've got the Philadelphia version. As coin collectors, it's essential to stay up to date with market trends. If you've got a 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark, consider keeping it in a safe place to maintain its value. Grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service can help ensure your coin is accurately graded and authenticated, which can make it more appealing to buyers. So what does this mean for collectors and investors? A 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition may seem like just a simple penny at first glance. But when you look closer, you'll realize that this little coin holds a piece of American history and a surprising value. Whether you're collecting for fun or investing for the future, these pennies are a treasure to have. Next up, the 1955 wheat penny with a D mint mark. Known for its historical significance and rarity, this coin is one of the most sought-after in the world of numismatics today. Stick around as we explore what makes this coin so special, its value in today's market, and what you should know before you add it to your collection. First, let's take a quick look at the basics. The 1955 wheat penny featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse is part of the iconic wheat series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. The reverse side displays two stalks of wheat, symbolizing the agricultural heritage of America. While the 1955 penny was struck in large quantities, the one we're focusing on today is a special edition with a D mint mark. Minted in Denver, the D mint mark is a key indicator of where the coin was produced. The 1955 D wheat penny is not necessarily the rarest penny from this series, but there's a reason why it has such high value today, especially when found in pristine red color shade condition. So why is the 1955 wheat penny with the D mint mark such a hot commodity? The main factor that adds to its rarity and value is its condition. The 1955 penny is commonly found in worn or circulated condition, but if you're lucky enough to find one in red color shade, in other words, a coin with little to no wear and a vibrant coppery shine, coins with this red color shade are often referred to as red pennies, and they are the most desirable among collectors. A coin with this kind of color indicates that it has been well preserved, showing almost no signs of oxidation, tarnish, or damage. This pristine condition is crucial when determining its market value. The market for the 1955 wheat penny with a D mint mark in red condition has seen a dramatic increase in value over the years. As of today, depending on the exact condition and grade of the coin, you can expect to pay anywhere between $350,000 for a well-preserved red 1955 wheat penny. The 1955 wheat penny with the D mint mark in red condition is definitely one of the more exciting and valuable coins you can add to your collection. Whether you are an avid numismatist or just starting out, understanding the rarity and value of these pennies can make a big difference when it comes time to buy or sell. So keep hunting those rare finds, and who knows, you might just discover a penny that's worth much more than its face value. Next up, the 1950 wheat penny without a mint mark. But this isn't just any 1950 penny. This particular coin is in stunning red color condition, and it holds tremendous value in today's market. If you're a collector, or even just someone who's curious about rare coins, you're going to want to stick around for this one. The wheat penny, with a special focus on the 1950 issue that comes without a mint mark. More specifically, we're going to discuss what makes a 1950 wheat penny in red color condition so rare, and why it's worth big money today. First, let's talk about the 1950 wheat penny in general. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was produced by the U.S. Mint from 1909 to 1958. These coins feature a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and on the reverse you can see the iconic wheat stalks, hence the name wheat penny. Now, if you look closely at this 1950 wheat penny, you'll notice it has no mint mark. That's right, no D for Denver or S for San Francisco, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While Philadelphia Mint coins are generally more common, the key to its value lies in its condition, especially when we talk about red color coins. When it comes to the condition of a coin, there are several grading systems that determine its value. The highest grade a penny can achieve is known as the red condition. A red coin is one that has retained its original copper color with no tarnishing, discoloration, or fading. Red coins are incredibly rare, especially for a penny that's over 70 years old. Most pennies have been exposed to the elements, wear and tear, and time itself, which can dull their color. But this 1950 wheat penny, it's as close to perfect as you can get. In fact, only about 1% of all wheat pennies retain that pristine red condition, and that's why it stands out in the market. So, what's the value of a 1950 wheat penny in red color condition? Well, it can vary, but a coin in red grade can fetch anywhere from $500,000 or even more, depending on factors like the overall demand, the coin's luster, and if it's certified by a grading service. In fact, coins in excellent red condition have been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auctions, especially if they come from rare years or limited mintage runs. So, to sum it up, if you have a 1950 wheat penny without a mint mark and it's in red condition, you're holding on to something really special. Whether you plan to keep it as part of your collection or sell it, it could be worth more than you think. Next up, the 1926 wheat penny, particularly the version without a mint mark. Stick around, because you might be holding onto a coin worth a lot more than you think. The 1926 wheat penny is one of those classic coins that collectors seek out for its age, rarity, and historical significance. But you know that its value can be much higher than expected, depending on its condition and mint mark. We'll break down everything you need to know about this iconic coin, its current market value, and why it's still making waves in the world of coin collecting. First, let's take a quick look at the 1926 wheat penny's history. This coin was minted during the presidency of Calvin Coolidge, a time of relative peace and prosperity in the United States. The design features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse, you'll find the iconic wheat ears, symbolizing the country's agricultural heritage. The coin was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1926 wheat penny without a mint mark is particularly interesting. Why? Because the Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark, making this version more difficult to track and thus more desirable to collectors. While there are other versions of this coin, it's the Philadelphia Mint coin that often commands higher values in the market. So, what makes the 1926 wheat penny so rare? It's all about condition, availability, and historical context. Back in 1926, pennies were widely circulated and heavily used in everyday transactions. As a result, many of them were worn down, corroded, or lost in the years that followed. But when you come across a 1926 penny without a mint mark in good condition, it's considered a real find. Coins that were in circulation during the 1920s weren't cared for as meticulously as coins today, which makes finding a high-quality example even more remarkable. Now let's talk numbers. A 1926 wheat penny without a mint mark in circulated condition is worth anywhere from $700,000, depending on the level of wear. But here's where it gets interesting. In better-than-average condition, such as in fine or extra-fine grades, it can fetch anywhere from $800,000. It's important to note that these prices are constantly fluctuating. Factors like demand from collectors and even the overall state of the economy can affect how much these coins are worth. But one thing's for sure, this coin is definitely worth keeping an eye on. In addition to the condition, you should also consider factors like rarity and market demand. While the 1926 without a mint mark is not the rarest of the wheat pennies, it's still highly sought after because it is over 90 years old and in high demand among collectors who specialize in Lincoln cents. Rare die varieties, like double die errors or off-center strikes, can also increase the value significantly, so be on the lookout for those. So, there you have it. The 1926 wheat penny without a mint mark is not just an interesting piece of American history. It's a coin that could be worth a lot more than you expect if you find one in good condition. Whether you're an avid collector or just a curious person with a jar of old coins, always remember to take a closer look at what you have. You might be holding on to a hidden treasure. Next up, the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark. While this particular coin may not be in pristine condition, its rarity and historical significance might surprise you when it comes to its market value today. So, if you're into coins, or even just curious about how a bad condition coin can still have big value, stick around. First, let's talk about the wheat penny. Minted from 1909 until 1958, the wheat penny is one of the most iconic and collectible coins in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse. It's this unique design, along with its historical context, that has made it so beloved by coin collectors. Now, let's focus on the 1944 wheat penny. You'll often see these pennies with a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the one we're focusing on today is the 1944 without a mint mark, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, you might think, a 1944 penny? That's pretty common, right? But the reality is, it's not as simple as that. Even in bad condition, these coins can fetch impressive amounts. Now, the condition of this particular 1944 penny might be classified as bad or poor. When we refer to a coin as being in bad condition, we mean that it shows significant wear, scratches, discoloration, and possibly some corrosion. But despite these imperfections, it's important to understand that there's more to a coin's value than just its appearance. Coin collectors and dealers use a grading system to assess the condition of a coin, ranging from good to mint state. Coins in bad condition are usually classified in the lower grades, such as good or fair. However, even these lower grade coins can still hold value depending on their rarity, historical significance, and demand. So, what makes the 1944 wheat pennies so rare even in poor condition? In 1944, the U.S. Mint produced over 1 billion wheat pennies, but most of these were used heavily in daily circulation. As a result, many of these coins are worn down, and those that are in better condition are increasingly hard to come by. The 1944 without a mint mark is still one of the more common wheat pennies, but it has a key element that affects its value. It's a piece of history from World War II. During World War II, the U.S. faced a shortage of copper, which led to the minting of coins with a higher percentage of steel. However, in 1944, the mint returned to using copper, which makes the 1944 wheat penny distinct from other coins of the era. This, combined with the fact that many of these coins were circulated heavily during wartime, contributes to its long-standing value. Now, you might be wondering, how much is a 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark worth today, even if it's in bad condition? Let's break it down. In bad or poor condition, a 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark typically sells for around $170,000 in today's market. While that may seem low compared to pristine examples, the rarity and historical significance still make it desirable for collectors who are looking for pieces from that era. However, if you're lucky enough to find a 1944 wheat penny in better condition, like good or very good, the value increases significantly. In those conditions, the coin can be worth anywhere from $210,000. But for the rarest high-grade examples, prices can climb much higher. For those who own a 1944 wheat penny in exceptional condition, the coin can easily be worth $300,000 or even more, depending on the specifics of the grade and demand. The rarity of these high-quality coins is what really drives their price. If you're looking to sell your 1944 wheat penny, whether it's in bad condition or in excellent shape, there are plenty of auction houses, coin shops, and online platforms like eBay, where you can get an estimate and potentially make a sale. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? Even a 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark in bad condition can still hold some value thanks to its historical importance and rarity. It's a great example of how collectors and investors can find hidden gems in even the most worn-out coins. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting coin content. Have you ever found a 1944 wheat penny? Or do you own one in your collection? Next up, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark, a coin that's not only rich in history, but also carries a hefty value in today's market, especially if it's in red condition. Stick around to learn what makes this particular coin so special and how it could be worth much more than you ever expected. The 1956 wheat penny was minted during a period when the iconic Lincoln wheat design was still in circulation. You may already know that wheat pennies were minted from 1909 all the way until 1958, featuring the famous reverse design with two stalks of wheat on either side of the Lincoln Memorial. However, it's the 1956 coin in exceptionally rare condition that stands out today for its significant market value. Before we get into the value, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Wheat pennies are known for their copper content, but over time, many of these coins have worn down, making those in excellent condition quite rare. The 1956 wheat penny in particular is one of those coins that collectors covet for its appeal in high-grade states. When we say red condition, we're talking about a coin that has retained its original copper color, showing minimal signs of wear, oxidation, or discoloration. Red condition coins are highly prized because they reflect the quality of the minting process and the preservation of the coin. A 1956 wheat penny in red condition looks almost as fresh as the day it was minted. Coin grading is essential when determining the market value of any numismatic item. The 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark in red condition can be graded as high as mint state 65 or higher. This is where things get exciting because a coin in this condition can fetch significantly more than its face value. So, what's the market value of this rare coin? As of recent sales, a 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark, graded in red condition, has been known to sell for anywhere between $580,000, depending on the exact grade and any additional rarity factors. But if you have a 1956 wheat penny in exceptional red condition that has been graded as mint state 65 or higher, you might be looking at a coin worth even more, sometimes over $650,000 or more. Now, let's talk about the market trends. The value of these coins has been rising steadily in recent years, and there's a growing demand for high-quality wheat pennies among collectors. While many of these pennies are fairly common and worth just a few cents, the red condition 1956 with no mint mark is a rare find, which makes it one of the top picks for investors and hobbyists alike. Finding one of these rare coins might take some work, but if you come across a 1956 wheat penny in red condition, you want to have it professionally graded. Coin grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service can provide you with an accurate assessment of your coin's value, ensuring that you're getting top dollar if you decide to sell. If you think you might have a rare 1956 wheat penny sitting in your collection, now is the time to take a closer look. Whether it's from an old jar of coins you inherited or a lucky find at a coin shop, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark in red condition could be worth a lot more than you think. In summary, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark in red condition is a hidden gem for coin collectors and investors. Its rarity, especially in high grades, makes it a valuable piece to own or sell. So, take a moment to check your pennies. Who knows? You might just have a little treasure in your pocket. Next up, the 1947 wheat penny with a D mint mark. Not only is this coin a piece of history, but its value in today's market might just surprise you. Stick around to learn everything you need to know about its rarity, condition, and current worth. First, let's talk about the iconic wheat penny. Designed by Victor David Brenner and first minted in 1909, this penny features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse. The wheat penny was a staple of American currency until 1958, when the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. The 1947 D wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark, located just below the date on the coin's obverse, indicates its origin. Over 194 million of these coins were minted that year, but not all of them have survived in collectible condition, especially ones considered rare or valuable today. So, what makes the 1947 D wheat pennies stand out? While it might not be the lowest mintage year for wheat pennies, its value lies in the quality and rarity of well-preserved examples. Coins in very good condition, like the one we're focusing on today, show moderate wear, but still retain most of their details. Collectors prize these coins for their historical significance and their enduring appeal. Another factor that adds to this coin's allure is its rarity in the market. Coins from this era often saw heavy circulation, meaning pristine or minimally worn examples are increasingly difficult to find. Rare red-brown or red-toned varieties of the coin can be even more desirable. Now, let's talk money, the part you've all been waiting for. How much is a 1947 D wheat penny worth today? As of now, the value depends on the condition of the coin. In very good condition, like the example we're discussing, the coin is typically worth around $90,000. However, rare varieties or coins with unique characteristics can fetch much higher prices, sometimes upwards of $400,000 for exceptional pieces. If you find one in mint state condition, meaning it looks nearly as good as the day it was minted, you could be looking at values ranging from $900,000 depending on its exact grading. Always remember, the market for rare coins fluctuates, so keeping an eye on auction trends is key. And don't forget, preserving your coin is crucial. Store it in a cool, dry place, preferably in a protective case to prevent further wear. Proper care can maintain or even enhance its value over time. So, there you have it. The story of the 1947 wheat penny with a D mint mark. It may be small, but it carries a big piece of history and, for the right collector, a significant value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, treasures like these remind us that history is often right in our pockets. Next up, the wheat penny from 1942, but there's a catch. This particular coin is without a mint mark and in dirty condition, and trust me, it's rare and can be worth quite a lot in today's market. Most of us are familiar with the famous wheat penny series, first minted in 1909 and running all the way through 1958. The coin features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse, hence the name wheat penny. However, the 1942 wheat penny, especially without a mint mark, can be a hidden treasure that collectors are actively seeking. Before diving into how much a 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark could be worth today, let's take a quick history lesson. In 1942, the United States was in the middle of World War II. To conserve copper for the war effort, the U.S. Mint started using zinc-coated steel for pennies. But the 1942 wheat penny is part of the last batch made with the traditional copper alloy. This makes it a key date in the wheat penny series. Typically, the 1942 penny comes in 2 versions, one with the D mint mark from Denver and one without any mint mark, indicating it was produced in Philadelphia. The D mint mark is more common, making the non-minted variety rarer. In fact, the 1942 without a mint mark can be considered a hidden gem in the world of wheat pennies. Now, you might be wondering what makes the 1942 without a mint mark so rare, especially when it's in dirty condition? The answer lies in the condition and rarity. The 1942 penny, though not as rare as some other key dates, becomes a rarity because of its scarcity in good condition. And let's face it, finding one in dirty condition, which might make some collectors pass, can still hold a valuable secret. While it's true that coins in cleaner conditions, like extra fine or uncirculated, can demand top dollar, don't discount a dirty penny just yet. Even a coin in less than perfect shape can carry a significant market value due to its historical relevance, and especially because of its rarity in certain years. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. How much is a 1942 wheat penny worth today? Well, prices can vary, but let's break it down by condition. If your 1942 wheat penny is in a dirty condition but still recognizable, it may not fetch a premium price compared to those in mint condition. However, it can still be worth anywhere from $180,000 depending on the degree of wear. For coins with heavy dirt or corrosion, it's always recommended to avoid cleaning them, as that can drastically reduce the coin's value. However, if you're lucky enough to have one in better shape, even if it's just in good or very good condition, you could be looking at a value of around $230,000. And if your coin is in extra fine condition or higher, the value could shoot up to $460,000 or more. Of course, the value could even increase based on current market trends, the number of collectors seeking this particular coin, and any additional rarities like a possible die error, making your penny even more valuable. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark? The first step is to have your coin professionally evaluated. A reputable numismatist or coin dealer can help you understand its true value, even if it's in dirty condition. They might also be able to clean it without damaging its surface, potentially increasing its worth. Now, while it's tempting to jump straight into selling, remember that even coins in dirty condition can appreciate in value over time. So, it's always wise to hold on to rare finds until you get an expert's opinion. To wrap up, the 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark is a rare and valuable coin, even in dirty condition. It might not fetch the highest price, like pristine examples, but it's still an important part of the wheat penny series and can hold a surprising market value. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something new today, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Also, if you've got any 1942 wheat pennies of your own, share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.